happening in my world that I wanted to bridge out to you as well. The talk didn't happen on a computer this morning, or yesterday afternoon, or any time during the week. It flowed through a pen on a scrappy piece of paper. So this was meant to happen. And I'm going to be talking to you about forgiveness. I want to ask you, what is forgiveness? What does forgiveness look like? Is forgiveness the same for everybody? Forgiveness is a common theme through the Bible. We're told to forgive people. It's the act of forgiveness, or the command to forgive. In Matthew 6:14-15, if you forgive men when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive men their sins, your Father will not forgive you. Looking for 37 here. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Okay, so the theme comes through that we need to forgive. I get that. Don't condemn, don't judge, forgive. But how? Bear with each other and forgive whatever grievances you have against one another. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. How? Do we wait on our throne for the person who's wronged us to come to us and ask for sorrow? Ask us to forgive them? Do we need to wait for that to happen? Do we need to walk over to the person and physically say to them, I forgive you? Hereof doth myself on the 16th or 17th of December, and I forgive you. Is that forgiveness? Does there need to be an apology first before you can forgive? Does someone need to walk up to you and say, "Do you really sorry that happened?" before you can forgive? None of that is explained. It just says, forgive. I love Jesus. Don't love his freedom sometimes. Sometimes I wish that there was a little bit more to just instruct me to do it.
Detail.
Yeah, a little bit more detail. Yeah, that's right. But then it wouldn't be free will, would it? When someone wrongs you, what feelings well up inside you? What do you feel when someone wrongs you, when someone does something wrong to you? Anger, resentment.
You feel all the other situations.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
Bitterness, disappointment, old emotions. They all well up inside. And how long does it stay there for?
Forever sometimes.
Sometimes it depends on the act too.
Then who does it?
But I worked something out this morning. God spoke really loudly. It's not about forgiveness. It's about your measure of love. When your child does something wrong against you, or your partner does something wrong against you, or a friend or a colleague does something wrong against you, we're a little bit quicker to forgive, aren't we? Why do you think that is?
Restoration of relationship.
Because you love them. Yeah. If you imagine love as a bar graph, and then someone wrongs you and you lose a little bit of that love, And then you start loving them again. You forgive them. We forgive because we love. We don't forgive because we say it. We don't forgive because we feel that feelings go away. No, something else overcomes, and it's love. We forgive because we love. We love God and we love people. Forgiveness is that releasing of the pain. It's the releasing of the anger and the releasing of the hate. But do you know what that releasing actually is? It's the growth of new love. You're not saying, I'm not angry anymore. You're saying, I can love again. You're not saying, I'm still cranky at what you've done, but I'll get over it. No, you're saying, I still love you even though you did it. It's about the measure of love you have inside your heart. And it's about allowing that love to grow and blossom because it's about your salvation. You don't forgive so that other person can meet Jesus. You forgive so you can meet Jesus. Because Jesus tells us to do two things: love God and love people. You can't love people if you can't forgive. I'm not saying it's easy, because it's hard. Sometimes the person you need to love is the person looking back at you in the mirror. Sometimes that's difficult. But if you don't love that reflection in the mirror, then you're not loving Jesus. Because you were made to be like Jesus. You know, sometimes the other person doesn't even know when we've forgiven them. And they don't have to. I was wronged by a very good friend. And since that wronging, I haven't seen her, haven't spoken to her, but I forgave her. The wronging that happened ruined my marriage. But none of that matters anymore because I chose to love. I don't want to see her. I don't want to speak to her, but I also don't wish bad things upon her. I'll be polite. If I bump into her in the street, I'll nod, smile, and continue to walk on my way. Loving someone doesn't mean that you have to bend over backwards for them and bow to their every command. Loving and forgiving someone doesn't mean you have to forget. You don't necessarily forget the wrong, but you no longer feel the pain. Does that make sense? You choose to love and feel love. We forgive and we walk on with caution. When we love, we move forward. When we love, we don't get stuck. When we love, we open the door for more love to grow. And you know, if we don't love, and we stay in that mess of agony and pain and resentment and anger, someone else is going to turn up at that door. And it's not going to be Jesus. It will be the enemy. Your call is to love God and love people. That's all you need to do.